Look at your left hand. Take a close look at it. It feels solid, warm, and entirely yours. But the truth is, you are a walking graveyard of ancient stars. Almost every element in your body, the carbon in your DNA, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, was not made on Earth. It was forged in the blinding, chaotic hearts of cosmic monsters billions of years ago. To find the birthplace of our atom, we have to travel back, farther back than the dinosaurs, farther back than the Earth itself. Over 5 billion years ago, in a completely different sector of the galaxy, lived a star. It was a cosmic giant, dozens of times more massive than our sun. And it was dying inside this star. A fierce war was being waged. On the outside, gravity was trying to crush the star into a single point. On the inside, nuclear fusion was pushing back, burning light elements into heavier ones, releasing unimaginable energy. But a star can only fight gravity for so long. As it ran out of hydrogen, it began burning helium, then carbon, then neon. With each new fuel, the star grew hotter, denser, and more desperate. And then, deep within its white-hot core, the temperature reached a staggering 3 billion degrees. Under this unimaginable pressure, silicon atoms smashed together and fused. And there, in a fraction of a second, our protagonist was born, a single atom of iron-56. In a fraction of a second, the giant star collapsed. Its outer layers crashed inward at a quarter of the speed of light, bounced off the iron core, and rebounded in the most violent explosion known to science. A supernova. The star was torn apart. Our iron atom, which had spent its entire existence locked in the dark, crushing prison of the star's core, was suddenly liberated. It was blasted into the frozen void of interstellar space at millions of miles per hour. For the next billion years, our atom drifted. It sailed through the cold, silent, and empty dark. It passed through beautiful glowing clouds of gas and dust, cosmic nurseries where new stars were slowly trying to form. To the universe, our atom was just a tiny speck of cosmic dust, but it was waiting for the invisible hand of the cosmos to pull it back into the light. Gravity did what gravity does. A nearby disturbance sent a ripple through a cloud of dust. The cloud began to spin, collapsing under its own weight. In the center, a new modest star ignited, our sun, but not all the dust fell into the sun. Some of it, including our wandering iron atom, remained trapped in a swirling disk of debris. Over millions of years, gravity pulled this debris together. Rocks smashed into rocks, dust clamped into planets. Our iron atom was swept up in the chaotic birth of a small rocky volcanic world, the infant Earth. But Earth's early days were a fiery hell. The planet was entirely molten. Because iron is heavy, our atom sank deep into the molten depths of the young planet, trapped in the core. But Earth is a living, breathing machine. Through millions of years of volcanic eruptions, tectonic shifts, and the churning of the mantle, our iron atom was eventually pushed back up to the crust. It was locked in a rock, waiting for a brand new force to emerge on this planet. Rain and wind slowly eroded the ancient rocks. Our iron atom was washed into a river, absorbed by the soil, and pulled up into the roots of a plant. That plant was eaten, and eventually through a beautiful unbroken chain of life, that iron atom found its way to you. Right now, as you watch this, that exact iron atom, forged in the heart of a dying giant star 5 billion years ago, blasted across the cold void of space, buried in the molten core of the Earth, is sitting inside a red blood cell in your left hand. Its job today, to bind with oxygen, keeping your cells alive, allowing your brain to process these very words. We often look up at the night sky and feel incredibly small, lost in the vast silent corridors of the cosmos. We stare into the yawning black abyss of the universe, witnessing ancient galaxies spinning billions of light years away, and we feel entirely devastatingly insignificant. On this scale, our entire planet is nothing more than a fragile, brief whisper of life, existing on a tiny speck of dust, drifting in an endless, uncaring sea. Our grandest cities are but microscopic specks, our entire recorded history a mere blink of a cosmic eye. It is easy to look at the cold, empty spaces between the stars and feel a deep sense of existential dread. We realize that our lives are incredibly brief, just a single fleeting spark in a dark room, catching fire for a fraction of a second before vanishing back into the dark. And we ask ourselves, how can our small daily struggles, our quiet heartbreaks, our hopes, and our anxieties possibly matter in a reality so overwhelmingly vast? How can a creature of dust, whose entire existence is but a single tick of the cosmic clock, find any meaning when surrounded by the terrifying silence of infinite space? But that feeling of isolation is a beautiful illusion. We tend to view ourselves as mere visitors to this world, as if we were dropped into a cold mechanical reality to wander its surface for a brief, meaningless moment. We draw a sharp psychological line between us and the universe. We act as if we are the conscious minds, and it is just an empty, dead stage of silent rock, freezing gas, and empty space. But that boundary is entirely artificial. It does not exist. You are not a separate observer standing on the outside of nature, looking in through a glass window. You are a direct, physical extension of the cosmos itself. Every breath you draw is your lungs, recycling an ancient atmosphere that has been churned by planetary cycles for billions of years. Every spark of thought in your brain is a network of carbon and electrical impulses, the very same elements forged in the bellies of dying giants, firing in a complex, beautiful web. The iron in your blood isn't just like the iron in a supernova. It is the actual physical debris of that supernova, finally organized into a structure complex enough to feel, to think, and to love. The exact same fundamental laws of gravity that drag giant stars into gravitational collapse are what keep your feet planted on the ground. The laws of electromagnetism that dictate how light travels across a billion light years are the precise same rules that allow your eyes to perceive the glow of the screen right now. You do not just live in this universe. The universe is actively alive inside you. We are not strangers dropped onto a cold, indifferent rock, destined to wander in brief, lonely isolation. We are the cosmos itself, slowly waking up from a 13 billion year slumber. Think about the profound, scientific miracle of your existence. Ancient, dead stardust has gathered together, organized itself over eons of chaotic stellar cycles, and finally learned how to think, to feel, and to dream. We are the universe's own sensory organs, the eyes through which it witnesses its own scale, the minds through which it deciphers its own laws, and the hearts through which it experiences love. When you look up at the night sky, you are not merely looking at space, you are one part of the universe looking at another. Through your conscious eyes, the cosmos is finally able to look back at its own grand creation, contemplate its wild origins, and marvel at its own terrifying, breathtaking beauty.